Alright, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to rim swap your cars in Assetto Corsa. For this, you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need 3DS, you're going to need Content Manager, and you're going to need the rims that you want to swap onto the car that you're trying to swap them onto. So first, you're going to want to go to a car that you want the rims off of. So I've just gone to a commission that I did recently. It's got some pretty sick rims on it. I quite like these. And I'm going to be putting them on a build that I'm doing here shortly. So I'm going to take these rims and I'm going to put them onto a car. So the first thing you want to do, you want to unpack your Wheelcam 5. If you haven't got this button, you need to enable dev mode over on the Content Manager settings. So go ahead, unpack your Cam 5 by pressing the button. I'm just going to overwrite the files. It's not going to matter that much. You can just exit straight out of the screen, exit out of this, and minimize that. Open up your 3DS. So in here we have the car that I'm currently working on, and what you're going to want to go ahead and do is find all your wheel dummies that are on the side. So on the left hand side in the taskbar you'll have wheel_LF all the way through to RR. You can just highlight all those, select child nodes, and delete them. So then you're going to want to go click on file in the top left, go down to import and select import again. You're going to want to go into your Assetto Corsa car folder, which I always pretty much have open. So the easiest way to do it is go through your standard way of finding your car folder. You're going to want to click on the car that you want to take the rims from, go into the unpacked folder and select the model. So when importing, you kind of want to have all of these the exact same way that I have mine. So if you need to pause on all of these when you're coming in, you always want to have this set to add. You don't want it set to anything else. Sometimes that can muck up your imports and stuff like that. And you always want the scale to be 1. It doesn't matter what this is, as long as that says 1, then you're good. And then you want to click OK. So once that's imported in, click the move tool up in your top toolbar and just move the car out of the way so that it's not sitting on top of all your cars. It's best to do this when everything's selected, just so all your dummies don't get mixed up. And then you want to come over to your wheel and you'll see how it has your wheel dummies again down in the bottom of this taskbar over on the left. Best thing to do is when you have the dummy selected, you want to go over and you want to click your rotation tool and just right click over on these 2 arrows down the bottom in the middle, and that'll center your wheel out to 0, so it takes all the camber out of it. It's important to do this for all of the wheels, just so that when you're importing, your data doesn't get mucked up, and you're setting off a 0 base to start with. After that, go ahead and select all your wheels, select the child nodes, and just hide those. And then you can go ahead and delete the whole car, and then unhide all by right clicking and pressing unhide all. From there you can, this is the beauty of this, you can just click on the wheel dummy, the little box, press Shift A on your keyboard, you'll see a little lightning zappo thing pop up, and you want to match the wheel, so it's got wheel_RR with the suspension, so suspension_RR. Oh, that's RF. Wow, I'm an idiot. And then once you click on RF, it'll snap straight to the center of that location. So basically you're just aligning the center of the dummy box with the center of the suspension box. Everything inside of those boxes should go ahead and snap over as well. So I'm just going to quickly do that for all the rest, and then I'll show you guys what to do after that. So now that we've got all our wheels snapped over, you just want to go ahead, select your whole car like this, file, export selected is what I like to do, just so that it selects everything that is in your viewport, and then just go ahead and overwrite the car that you're trying to save it under. Click OK, and when you're exporting, make sure your scale factor is at 1, Y up, and binary 2014-2015. Press OK. So once that's exported, you can minimize your 3DS or Blender or whatever you're using and open KS Editor. You click on File, open FBX, and then you go to the car that you're trying to import and import that model. Might take a bit because it's quite a big car. Alright, so once your car is imported into KS Editor like this, you'll notice that the rims don't have any textures or anything on them. So the easiest way to do this is just go into your car folder, which you'll see over in your content tab. You'll see a folder button at the bottom. You can open this, copy this whole texture folder. You can close this and you can open up the car that you're trying to put it onto. So just open the folder in here, click on the unpacked, and just paste your whole folder in here. And you want to click skip these files just so that it saves your textures from your other car primarily. And then when you come back into KS Editor, click File, Low Persistence, Cars, and then find the car that is the original owner of those wheels. Click on your little model FBX down here and boom, you're in. Just like that, a rim swap. From there, you want to make sure that all your materials are lined up. Sometimes the materials won't, like, you have to reload them. That's what I call them, reload them. Might sound corny, but it's just the easiest way to do it. Once you've got all your textures sorted out, you can just go ahead and save the Cam5. So important, you want to go ahead and you want to save your persistence. So in the file button, press save persistence. What that'll do is that'll override your old persistence, and every time you load your car in KS Editor, it will load with these textures instead. Then you want to click on file again, click save Cam5, click on car. Go down to the car that you're trying to overwrite and just save over top of that. You can minimize that, go back into your content manager, reload your car, and bada bing. Rims are on your car.